One question before I go, Tom. Do you think a college kid needs a Phantom, like a Rolls Royce?
Nah, hey, no, it's not a Phantom. It's a Rolls Royce Cullinan.
I think he needs to get his ass in the film room and spend as much time in there as possible.
Thank you,
less
Tom.
time in the car and more time in the film room.
Thank you, Tom. I appreciate
And I
that.
seen you have one too, Tom.
Where's the interior on that?
Yeah, the light baby blue is pretty killer.
It is.
Yeah, I like that light baby blue. I wouldn't get tired of that.
Yeah.
Shedeur Sanders just pulled up in style, literally. The young quarterback made headlines after purchasing a brand new Rolls-Royce Cullinan. And while fans had plenty to say, Tom Brady didn't hold back. Tom Brady, during a live session, called out Shedeur, advising him to focus less on luxury and more on the grind, specifically to spend more time in the film room than in his car. But instead of firing back, Shedeur showed maturity beyond his years with a simple, respectful response. "I appreciate it." This moment lit up the football world, so let's break down what really happened and what it says about Shedeur Sanders' mindset heading into the season.
Seen you have one too, Tom. Don't think I seen.
I was just a rental. Hey, I had a few bucks in my pocket at that point. I'll see some car stories when we're together next time.
Shedeur Sanders, never one to shy away from the spotlight, met Brady's advice with a playful jab of his own. With a grin, he remarked that he's definitely seen Tom pull up in one of those luxury rides himself. The comment sparked laughter, but Brady kept it real. He fired back with a humble reminder. "When I was your age, I had pennies in my pocket." It was a light-hearted exchange, but full of depth, Brady acknowledging the different paths and times while subtly pointing to the value of hard work and patience. He then teased that he's got a handful of wild stories from his early days in the league, ones he promised to share the next time they sit down together. But here's the thing. Shedeur Sanders has already explained exactly why he makes the kind of purchases that grab headlines. In a past interview, he opened up about the mindset behind the luxury cars and flashy chains. It's not just about flexing, it's about reflection. Shedeur talked about growing up under the guidance of his father, DEION Sanders, who gave him freedom early on, but made sure to inject reality as he matured. At one point, DEION even changed their entire living environment to strip away convenience and instill a sense of grit and resilience. Shedeur also shared how his dad purposely didn't send him to a private school because he wanted his son to learn firsthand what tough life really looks like. All of that shaped him. And now, when he rewards himself with things like a Rolls Royce or a new chain, it's not about status, it's a reminder. A personal symbol that he's overcome, that he's earned something through hard work and perseverance. So, while Tom Brady's advice came from a place of experience and discipline, Shedeur's response, and his lifestyle, comes from a very real, very grounded place. This isn't just a kid spending money, it's a man measuring growth.
I respect my dad because we grew up in a big house, nice, like 25,000 square feet. Yeah, like something very big. Football field, everything you could ask for. But then he moved us across town. Still a nice house, but it wasn't like that. It was nothing like that. But he moved us across town to understand, you know, just a humbling experience overall. Yeah. Just to understand, to get that dog mentality. We didn't go to private schools our whole life. We went to charter schools. So it's like, that's where we get that we all the same. Yeah. Like, we don't ever look at each other that we're above somebody or anything else because we all was the same. So the reason why I do the things I do, like get the cars, get the chains and stuff like that, is because I remember when I was in that position.
On the other hand, Tom Brady's remarks weren't meant to tear Shedeur down. They came from a place of mentorship, respect, and genuine care. Brady has been a guiding figure in Shedeur Sanders' life since his early years, and that relationship runs deeper than just casual football talk. Over time, Brady has poured wisdom into Shedeur, teaching him lessons not just about quarterback mechanics, but about leadership, discipline, and what truly matters when the cameras are off and the pressure is high. So when Brady tells him to focus more on the film room than the roles, it's not criticism, it's mentorship in action, and Shedeur knows it. That's why his response wasn't defensive or dismissive. It was respectful. He submits to the call of someone who's walked the path, won the rings, and lived the grind. Shedeur, on the other hand, has never hidden his admiration for Tom Brady, not just as a quarterback, but as a blueprint for greatness. In one of his earliest press conferences after being drafted in the 5th round, Shedeur openly acknowledged that he draws inspiration from Brady's legendary journey. He pointed out that Brady was once the 199th pick in the NFL draft, overlooked, doubted, and underestimated. Yet he defied the odds to become the greatest of all time. Shedeur said he wants his story to echo that same arc, to start from the bottom, to feel the weight of being passed over, and to turn that chip on his shoulder into fuel. Shedeur is all respect for Brady. Tom Brady had some powerful words of encouragement for Shedeur Sanders, expressing full confidence in the young quarterback's future. Reflecting on his own journey, Brady emphasized that draft position holds little weight in the long run. It's performance on the field that truly defines a player. He reminded everyone that whether you're picked first or 144th like Shedeur, it doesn't determine your destiny. Brady, who was famously drafted 199th overall, drew a direct connection between his story and Shedeur's path, making it clear that greatness isn't measured by where you start, but by what you do with the opportunity. He believes Shedeur has that same fire, that same edge, and he's confident that Shedeur will prove the doubters wrong and make his draft position irrelevant.
Whatever happens, wherever you go, like, that's your first day. Day 2 matters more than the draft. I was 199.
Yeah.
So who could speak on it better than me? Like, what that really means. Use it as motivation. You're going to get your chances. Go take advantage of it.
Tom Brady shares a unique and deeply rooted bond with Shedeur Sanders, one that goes far beyond public comments or casual mentorship. Throughout Shedeur's college years, Brady played an active role in shaping his development, not just by giving advice, but by getting hands-on. He personally worked with Shedeur, helping him refine his composure under pressure, improve his ability to read defenses, and fine-tune the mechanics of his throwing motion. This wasn't just surface-level guidance, it was elite-level training from the greatest to ever do it. Tom Brady's advice to Shedeur Sanders wasn't criticism, it was mentorship rooted in care, experience, and high expectations. When Brady told Shedeur to spend more time in the film room than behind the wheel of a Rolls-Royce, it wasn't a jab at the young quarterback's lifestyle. It was a seasoned veteran reminding a rising star of what truly matters. Coming from anyone else, the comment might have sounded harsh. But from Brady, it carried the weight of wisdom and a genuine desire to see Shedeur succeed at the highest level. Brady has been more than just a football icon to Shedeur. He's been a mentor, a teacher, and a source of inspiration. Over the years, he's helped mold Shedeur's approach to the game, instilling the importance of preparation, discipline, and mental toughness. So when Brady speaks, Shedeur listens. Not because he has to, but because he knows it comes from someone who's lived the grind and reached the mountaintop. Importantly, Shedeur didn't take the advice with offense or defensiveness. Instead, he showed maturity by responding with respect, saying, "I appreciate it." That exchange tells the real story here, of a young quarterback willing to learn and a legend willing to guide. Brady's words weren't about tearing Shedeur down. They were about building him up, reminding him that the path to greatness is paved not with luxury, but with relentless focus. And in Shedeur, Brady clearly sees someone who can follow that same path. What do you think about Shedeur Sanders buying luxury cars like the Rolls-Royce Cullinan so early in his career? Do you see it as a well-earned reward for his hard work and journey, or a potential distraction from the bigger goals ahead? And how do you feel about Tom Brady's subtle but firm advice to focus more on the film room than the flash? Was it a necessary reality check from a mentor who's been there? Or do you think Shedeur's mindset and response show he's already balancing both worlds just fine? Let us know your take in the comments below.